Amin sarki. So an action there in the world of sport is always very interesting. Watching soccer live and direct. Well, welcome you on the show. 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni G. The D-Day is here when it comes to Federations Cup. Asaba is the place right now because the 4 teams that will be fighting for honors are battle ready. We have Bayelsa Queens and Rivers Angels who will win this particular battle between the 2 teams, and also not forgetting the men, Rangers International and Bende Insurance, the one they call Benin Arsenal against the Flying Antelope. Well, by 5 p.m. tonight, they will be fighting for honors for women. By 2 p.m., they will also fight for honors there. Well, let's look at those stories alongside Emmanuel Fashimi. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, let's start with rugby, where Nigerian rugby team depart for Mauritius ahead of 2024 Olympic qualifiers. The team right now are battle ready. They actually want to at least surprise a lot of Nigerians in this world of rugby by the time they get to France, rather Mauritius, for them to qualify for France. That's Olympic coming up in Paris. But right now, the team they departed for Mauritius there will be locking on with other countries. But we believe that our rugby team can do this.
They can do it because you've prophesied for them by saying when they get to France. And I think I want to share in that we are hoping and just giving them our support. And at the end, we pray they get the qualification ticket to Paris 2024. But the game of rugby in Nigeria, I think, is actually growing. We just need a little bit of push, support from the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports, and then other sports-loving Nigerians who can actually stake out their money when it comes to this particular sport. Because the game of rugby is actually interesting. All we do here is football.
Not here in the studio, here in Nigeria.
Neglecting other sports that we know we have talent, we have prospect in. But so far so good. Going to Mauritius for this qualification, the team is actually ready. It's made up of both home base and foreign base, though we can say the foreign players have quite a number of in the team. Players from the United States of America. We have some from France and United Kingdom, which make the bulk of the team. I think 2 of the players were one from Lagos, one from Kano. And to tell you the truth, if they actually want to get players from the home front, they should go to Kano and Sokoto, because that is where we actually have the strong base of rugby in Nigeria. But a good one, some of the players the home base player were gotten from the National Sports Festival, where we actually feature rugby. So going to Mauritius, we have the likes of Ghana and other country that are coming in for this tournament, and good one for us. If we get the ticket, we should be playing in the Paris 2024 next year.
Well, from the way it is right now, Nigerian rugby team are battle ready for that particular competition. There is the qualifier for 2024 Olympics that will be coming up in Paris, and right now they can't wait. They are being led by the president Ademola Are there, and try to see how they can better the lot of Nigeria when it comes to qualifying for the Olympics in the sport of rugby. Not only football, we want to make sure we allow other sports to thrive. Yesterday we talked about cricket growing well in Nigeria, looking at the fact that we won ICC award when it comes to cricket initiative concerning Zamfara State, where a lot of women are right now into rugby, and now you are rather cricket, and now you have rugby, where we are actually trying to find our fit when it comes to this sport over there in Mauritius. Well, for the team Nigeria, we wish them the best over there in that particular competition. Away from rugby, let's come back home and talk about football. The ladies, Bayelsa Queens versus Rivers Angels, that will be coming up today. The D-Day is here. They can't run away from it. They just have to play this game. Federation Cup final, Bayelsa Queens battle Rivers Angels in Asaba. The ladies will be facing themselves, and the good thing right now is that both of them are from the same side of the country, south, and it's a battle because we know that the two teams, they've been to CAF Champions League, that's for women, and we saw that although Bayelsa Queens was a bit better when it comes to performance than Rivers Angel. Rivers Angel was the first team from Nigeria to attend that competition, but it was a woeful performance for them. Then Bayelsa Queens tried their best to up the game there, but right now both of them will be facing themselves in this competition, and let's see who wins. Well, Bayelsa Queens and Rivers Angels, Both of them are equal to the task, but this season seems, Bayelsa seems to be more kind of formidable when it comes to the league.
Yes, Bayelsa Queens actually wanted to defend their title, but for the brilliance and the doggedness of Delta Queens, they were dethroned, and they actually gave it a good fight. It ended 2-1 in the NWFL Super 6 playoff, the final match. And for Rivers Angels, they couldn't get to the finals, but they also had something to brag about because they played the third place match against the Confluence Queens of Kogi. But this FA Federations Cup final is a different ball game, and for the two teams, they actually want to win a title for themselves after Delta Queens actually scooped the title for the league. But for this afternoon game, I think Bayelsa Queens are actually ready, let me say battle ready and better than Rivers Angels, but the team you expect to do a lot at the end of the day. It's a 90 minutes game for both teams, and you will be surprised that the other team that maybe they are pushover, they'll just come and surprise, because this is football. But for this afternoon, this game is a balanced game, 50-50 chance for both teams, because Rivers Angels is one of the biggest teams when it comes to women's football in Nigeria. Bayelsa Queens just let me say, because of they just came on board, because it has been Rivers Angels or Delta Queens.
Of course, that's how it used to be. But even though you've been there, you have to be very careful not to allow. It's just like Super Falcons. If you are seeing other teams are coming on board right now, it's because we are lacking. It's because some things are not going well. That's why Bayelsa Queens are rise to the occasion against Rivers Angels. The way Super Falcons are dropping compared to the way, or the Nigerian teams,
the way they used to be.
The way they used to be, where Equatorial Guinea, South Africa, Ghana, Morocco, Angola, Zambia, they being so close the gap. Before we realized it, they were at our backyard. So that's the way Rivers Angels needs to be very careful. It's not about history or what they have achieved before. It's about now. They need to up their antics. If they really want to win this cup, they need to play extra good, because Bayelsa Queens are not looking at history at all. They want to close it.
Bayelsa Queens are not looking at history, because okay, by history, Rivers Angels has won this title more than any other between the two of them, and they were the defending champions the last time out. For Bayelsa Queens, sincerely speaking, I see them going all out for this trophy, because after losing the MWFL Super 6, they want to win something, and they are actually, let me say, they are motivated to actually win this trophy, because they have the backing of the state governor.
Are you telling me Bayelsa doesn't have the backing of their own state governor?
Rivers Angels also has, but
both of them.
If you look at the motivation so far from both sides, I think it's balanced, because Rivers State government is actually doing well when it comes to football, because they back the Rivers United. They are also putting a lot for Rivers Angels, and Bayelsa Queens also is getting.
I think it's just both sides are battle ready.
All the support they can get from the state government. So I think we are going to see an interesting game. It's going to be I think it's going to be fireworks from the blast of the whistle to the end of 90 minutes. And if there's no goal, they'll go straight to maybe extra time and then probably penalty shootout.
Bayelsa Queens against Rivers Angels, a big one there, because the two teams coming from the south, they really understand themselves, and right now it's a big fight to finish by the time they come out at the Senegal Stadium in Asaba, Delta State, while they will be fighting off in the Federations Cup final between the two teams. Well, from the way it is, let's wait and see who wins this battle between the two, the one queen and one angel. Who wins that battle?
Queen and angel, who is the most beautiful?
Well,
maybe the queen or the angel.
This is football anyway.
Well, this is football, because the pitch will suffer from the angel and the queens. But so far so good. I'll just sit back and enjoy good football.
Maybe you should actually stand in and see what you can do. Anyway, we've been talking concerning the Federations Cup final between the ladies, Bayelsa Queens versus Rivers Angels. Big one there in Asaba. Well, from there, let's go to Portugal. It was at the Estadio Alvalade over there in Lisbon, Portugal. Senegal, the one they call Teranga Lions, they roar again. Although it's an international game or friendly, but they defeated the Senegal of Brazil. Senegal beat Brazil 4-2 at Estadio Alvalade in Lisbon in that game where Sadio Mane scored a brace against the Senegal of Brazil. It was a fantastic performance from Senegal, beating Brazil, just like the way Nigeria is really closing up against Argentina. That's how Senegal did against Brazil. Although one own goal came in, and you have Marquinhos scoring for Brazil. Also, not forgetting the fact that a goal coming from another player from Senegal, really doing so wonderful in that game. Good one for Teranga Lions, who really, they've not dropped the baton, despite the fact that at the World Cup they couldn't get to where we wanted to get to. Morocco was able to do it, but seems the Teranga Lions, the Senegalese teams, are not in any way dropping their form.
And they are not dropping their form. If you look at it, they are the African champions, playing against almighty Brazil, though it's a friendly. But you know,
they don't see that as friendly.
What friendly do for you is that it helps you in your FIFA ranking, and that is what Senegal went for. But even with the win, Brazil will still maintain wherever they are.
They don't see that as friendly at all. Anytime any Latin America plays you, Colombia,
they take
Venezuela, Chile.
You watched their body language after the game. They were looking so downcasted, and they were feeling that loss. 4-2, it was a wide mark. We could say, okay, 3-2, 2-1, but 4-2 from an African team. And I'm proud that Senegal did that in a very fashionable manner. And for Sadio Mane getting the brace in that game, good one for this man. Everybody thought going to Bayern Munich has maybe the end of the road for him, but he had made a statement that I'm still the man.
Come and get me.
Come and get me. I'm still the man to watch out for. And for Brazil, well, we can say they don't have maybe someone at the helm of affairs right now. Tite left the team, not organizing the team before leaving, but it was a good friendly for the African side. I'm not concerned about Brazil. My own is the Senegalese team, because they are not dropping their form, despite their, let me say, their not too good outing in the World Cup. In space of 7 months, the Brazilian is coming up against, let me say, 3 African teams, because they played Tunisia before the World Cup, they played Cameroon in their group, and now they came up against another West African team, that is Senegal, and they got the beating of their life, because 4-2 from Senegal, good one for them, and I love what actually happened on the pitch.
Well, from the way it is right now, Teranga Lions roaring against the Senegal. What a way to go, showing the fact that Sadio Mane, the captain of that squad, still have what it takes to be the leading lion for Senegal. Congrats to Senegal winning against Brazil 4-2 there, over there in Lisbon, capital of Portugal. Now, let's look at some friendly results. Matches were also played across over there in Europe. Some matches were played across Africa too. But let's look at some of the international friendly results, where Japan, it was 4-1 against Peru. They actually spelled Peru there. South Korea won, El Salvador won. Palestine losing against China 2-0. And you have Montenegro won. They lost against Czech Republic 4-1. Colombia beating Germany was another shocking one. Although Colombia, we know they are very good when it comes to football. A lot of people won't see it that way because of the fact that the attention is always on Germany. But Colombia showed Germany that football is not about hyping, it's about playing on the pitch. Good one for Colombia, beating Germany 2-0. Algeria shared the spoils against Tunisia 1-1. It ended. And you have Uruguay, as expected, against Cuba 2-0. But Colombia, Germany.
Colombia, Germany, before that game, has Flick said something that whatever result they are getting right now doesn't matter. He's trying to bring in a philosophy. He's trying to build a team, and I think the German Federation will be patient with him, because we've seen the German Football Federation being patient with a lot of coaches. The last coach with them, that Akim Low, was given that time to actually build a team that won them the World Cup in 2014. They tried their luck in 2006 when they hosted. They lost, they couldn't win it, and 2010 they did not. 2014, after building the team, it was their turn to win the World Cup, and they did that very well in Brazil. But this time around, Hansi Flick has also been given that nod. They are being patient with him. So he said something before that game that whatever result that comes out of the Colombia game, they are in the rebuilding process. And if you look at it, they have quite a young team, the likes of our own Nigerian born that is playing for them, Jamal Musiala. They have Gundogan is actually aging out. They have a couple of other players, the likes of Serge Gnabry, that they are trying to build a team around. And so, but for the result against Colombia is one of the, when it comes to football in the world, you can't push Colombia aside because they are one of the countries that do well in football. Whenever they come to a tournament, they do go far. But for German, it's work in progress.
Well, right now, Germany will just have to lick down wound against Colombia. They need to get their acts together. But for Senegal also beating Brazil, it's another celebration there for Senegal. Good one. Just showcasing some friendlies that was played just yesterday. Quickly, let's look at this particular story about Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was able to at least score for his country 1-0 yesterday. Ronaldo scores winner on a historic 200 cap for Portugal. He has played 200 times.
200 times, the first man to do that. And he's the leading goal scorer when it comes to international goal, toppling Ali Day of Iran in that order. So this man has done everything for football. And if you look at his physique, his body language, he's not like somebody who is going to quit the scene soon. He still plays very well. He runs like somebody who is just going, as in getting to 30. Let me say that, because at his age, still doing all of this, I think, is a big one, massive one for Cristiano Ronaldo. And if he gets all the accolades in the world, he's right to get it. And
to let you know that Guinness World Record actually appreciated for the fact that they recognize his feat right now. 200 caps or appearances for Portugal. That's the certificate there. Congrats. Why this one didn't stay long before they... no, I just at least... Oh, this one is so fast.
If you look at it, I think his achievement speaks.
Well, good one for Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. Getting 200 games is not a child's play at all, and also scoring on that particular note. Good one for Ronaldo. Let's quickly look at some of the results in the European Championship games that were played just yesterday. Norway, they were able to defeat Cyprus 3-1. Scotland 2, Georgia 0. Kvaratskhelia couldn't save his country, Georgia there. Bosnia-Herzegovina, they actually lost against Luxembourg. Portugal, Iceland, Ronaldo there. Slovakia, Liechtenstein, they lost 1-0 there. Faroe Islands, they lost against Albania 3-1. And you have Moldova beating Poland 3-2. Austria 2, Sweden 0. Belgium 3, Estonia 0. And you have Bulgaria against Serbia sharing the spoil there. Quickly, before we wrap it up, Arsenal table improved offer for Chelsea forward Kai Havertz in the £60 million deal. Really, Kai Havertz is really edging closer to move to Arsenal, because Arsenal right now, they've tabled £60 million.
Big one. If Kai Havertz goes to Arsenal, good one. Because what actually happened to Arsenal last season, losing out to Manchester City, was because they don't have depth in the team and they don't have replacements for most of their injured players. So if they should just recruit all they can right now and prepare life for next season.
Well, let's see how it goes, because at least it's going to still be in the same city of London from Chelsea to Arsenal. A lot of Chelsea fans will be happy about this anyway. That will be it on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Emmanuel Fashimi, I see the way you are smiling. You are happy.
I'm happy because it's good.
He's leaving Chelsea to Arsenal. My United fans there, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Adeniyi Jishafe. As we say, sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.